Hey everyone, welcome to the Hyperverse private preview. My name is Jel and I am so excited to have you here and actually test out what we've been building at Decentrology for the past couple months. I'm also very excited to hear your thoughts and any of your feedback regarding the Hyperverse. So what I'm going to be doing today is actually show you how to run one of our example dApps that we built with the Hyperverse on your own computer. And yeah, let's get started. So first things first, there's a couple of system requirements that you would need to actually get this project running. You would need Visual Studio Code or any IDE that could edit JavaScript. You need Git, Node.js, and Yarn. And if you're missing any of this, just feel free to click these links here and that will redirect you to a page that will show you how to get those onto your computer. So first step here is to actually clone the repo so we get access to the code base. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that command and open my terminal here. Paste that on there. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and choose our module. And because I'm going to be going over the Ethereum example today, I'm just going to copy this command here. So this is just going to help us navigate to the Ethereum tribes example. We can just scroll down here and install the project dependencies needed to actually run this client app. So we're going to go ahead and yarn. Should only take a couple seconds. It'll be done. Perfect. And our next step is to actually run this into a development server so that we can see and actually play with it. And to do that, we just need to run yarn dev. So if that was successful, let's go ahead and go to localhost 3000. And this should be running the client app now, and you should be able to see the tribe's homepage here. So before we actually go deeper into the demo, there are two things that you would need. And first one is a wallet, and the second one is some Ring ETH. Now you need Ring ETH because the current tribes module contract is deployed in the Ring network. So to get a wallet and some Ring ETH, if you go back to the docs, underneath learn the basics, and if you click MetaMask in here, this is going to show you step by step on how to install MetaMask wallet and how to fund that with Ring ETH or where to get Ring ETH. So go ahead and do that. You can put me on pause for a little bit and just come back when you're finished. So once you got your wallet and your Ring ETH, we're going to go back to our tribe sample project. And the first thing you want to do is to connect your wallet. Now, a quick overview of what a wallet is it is something that stores your private keys, and those private keys is what allows you to communicate with the blockchain by signing transactions. So for now, let's click MetaMask here, enter your password, and if you were successful, your public address should appear in this button here. And the Join a Tribe button should also appear. So this tribes project is an example dApp that we built utilizing one of the Hyperverse modules called the tribes module. And the tribes module allows you to build communities that you could join and or leave. These communities can be anything from like hobbies or interests. You could have animals. Or something really gamified. So I'm going to go ahead and click Join a Tribe. So as you see there, it was processing, and it was processing because it was actually grabbing this data, like these tribes, from the chain. But I'm going to go ahead and click Mage because I think mages are cool, and I also like the color purple. So you can see here, it popped up a transaction, And what a transaction is an action that was initiated by an externally owned wallet. And what I mean by externally owned is that it's owned by a person and not a smart contract. So now I actually have to confirm this transaction, which is basically me signing it. And the signing process is basically a way to verify your digital identity, and it's used to authorize transactions. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm authorizing this transaction. So as you can see here, it's processing, and some cool thing that you could also check out is if you click this pending transaction and you go look at status, it should show view on Block Explorer on the right side there. If you click that, it's going to bring you to the RinkB Etherscan. So as you can see here, my transaction is pending. And I think it actually went through because it's already indexing. So let's see that here. Yeah, so my transaction went through. So this is basically your stamp on like the blockchain, like the public ledger that, okay, this transaction went through. I like to think of it as like my receipt. And some cool thing here too is like here you could see where the transaction is coming from. So that is my address. And here you could see which contract it interacted with, which is the Tribes module contract. So now, since this has been successful, if I go on to here, the latest transaction on here should show this transaction hash. So yeah, if we go check, it's this one here. So I just recently joined a tribe and that transaction is now live on the blockchain. So if we go back here to our sample tribes, you would see that I'm actually now in the Mage tribe. And this shows like a bigger picture of the Mage picture and the definition of what the Mage tribe is. So this could actually be anything that you want. You know, if you want resources to be put on here, you could also do that. And then here, the other thing I could do is to leave this tribe. So let's say I got tired of the Mage tribe and I want to leave it. I would just click leave here. And again, this transaction would cost me to actually change data on the chain. So it's going to be another transaction that I need to confirm and pay for. So if I leave my tribe, I confirm onto here. That's going to go ahead and process again. And if I click this transaction, view on Block Explorer, it's going to be here pending. So you just wait here and see until it starts indexing. It's taking a lot longer. Okay, so that's indexing now. If we go back here, I am back to the tribe's homepage and I have now completely left my tribe. So this is like one of like the most basic example of what you could do with the Tribes module, but there are a lot of ways to get creative with it. But for now, let's actually look at the code base, look at the fun part, and see what's happening behind the scenes. So if I just stop that development server and open VS Code onto here, let's navigate to src, pages, and _app.tsx. So here you're going to see one of the cool things about Hyperverse. It's just, you know, Hyperverse, Ethereum, and the Tribes module is just an NPM module itself. So what this does is it initializes the Hyperverse and it packages it so that we could use it as the provider and give the components access to all that stuff in here. And then the next cool thing that I want to show you is how we use Ethereum for authentication. So if we go ahead and go to components and nab.tsx, here you can see I'm importing a hook called use Ethereum. And here I'm destructuring the stuff that I need from the object it returns. So as you can see, I literally just need 2 lines to do authentication for this app. And I think that that is pretty damn cool. So here, the address is basically what stores the account, so the current account that's logged in. Disconnect just exposes the function that allows you to log out, and connect is the function that allows you to log in. So if you could see here on the on click, that is what we feed it. So that is one of the cool things. If you have experience building, Web 2 authentication systems, you know that the process could be a little more grueling. This makes it simpler in so many ways. So the next cool thing is if we go into Pages and we go, let's say, onto My Tribe. Here we're still importing use Ethereum because we need access to the current account that is logged in. And before I actually go into what use tribe says, just a quick comparison between, the back end of Web 2 and the back end of Web 3. Usually for Web 2, you would need an API and a backend database, but for Web 3, you only need the blockchain. Many traditional sites communicate over HTTP APIs, and in Web 3, we connect using RPC, with the Wallet Connect provider, and basically any front-end client can just connect to that or connect to the blockchain and query data from it directly. So if you think about it, in a Web 2 way, use tribes is what allows us to do get or post methods. So an example of a get request is tribe here in line 22. And basically what it does is it calls the get tribe, so it gets my tribe from the blockchain. And I just want to mention here that if you've used React Query or you've used any data fetching library, this syntax should feel very at home to you. So here it's returning the data, which is the tribe hash, the hash of the tribe I'm currently in, and it's also this this state here is given to us by React Query, which is great. So while it's fetching, we can, show an isLoading state on our front end. So leave here is actually an example of a post request. And this is actually what allows us to leave the tribe that we're in. So that specific function is mutate. And if we look down here, we are putting that on the onClick on here and calling it. And then that again, we get the isLoading state. So while we're leaving and the transaction is processing, we could show that processing loading state in the front end. I think that is all. This pattern is basically followed all throughout the rest of the pages. So all tribes follows the same thing. It uses use tribes, use Ethereum for the account. And then here you see a get request here and a post request here. And again, that's just similar all throughout. And I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I would really love to know what you think about it, any of your feedback. If there's anything that was unclear or if you have any questions, you could join our Discord server at discord.gg/Decentology, and we can answer any of your questions for you there. Thanks so much for watching.